Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 7 of Heaven's Secret. And this episode sounds kind of promising. The flying tournament will fuel the tension between angels and demons, but what will it lead to? Oh, damn. Literally, we enter the episode with a corpse. Nice. Chapter 7, The Flying Tournament. I was walking on the wet, sticky ground covered in raspberry petals. I could hear Laura's heart-rending cry somewhere ahead. The dead don't cry. The dead don't cry. I walked on, feeling the moist ground squelching under the petals and someone's bones crunching under my feet. Finally, I saw Laura leaning over her own body. She abruptly fell silent and turned to me. It's harder dying for the second time. Is this a dream? It's a vision. Who sent it to me? Laura smiled, revealing her teeth covered in blood. She pressed her wound on the stomach with her hands and burst out laughing. Malbonte. I'm dead. Malbonte is everywhere we go. Oh my god. Right. The goblet filled with blood. I jumped up, gasping for air. My hands were trembling as I brought them to my face. What's wrong? Everything's fine. I just had a bad dream. We don't dream, Simona. Should I tell her about the dream? Tell her? Your choice will affect the storyline. I saw Laura in my dream. She said dying the second time was more painful. Weird. I was the one to find her dead body. It scared me. No wonder I dream about her. Angels and demons don't dream. Ever. Perhaps you like Sammy. He also sees prophetic dreams. Not everyone can do it. There was something else. Mimi climbed onto my bed. What else? Laura said this vision was sent by Malbonte. Mimi froze, fluttered her wings, and got out of the bed. Gerald can say anything he wants, but I believe that Malbonte is real. Why did I dream about him? Sammy also has dreams about him. This is a warning. She gave a start and went to change her clothes, as she always did when she was nervous. I don't want to think about it today. It scares me. Enough about bad stuff. The competition will soon begin. She threw several outfits at me. Choose. I'm sorry, look at this outfit. Or this. At this point, we're angels, so we are wearing white. Almost half of the school gathered on a huge flat flying cliff. Harry Potter. Sorry. It always reminds me of the flying tournament in Harry Potter. Hundreds of voices rattled. The rustling of wings merged into a single slightly restless hum. Everyone fused and looked extremely excited. At the moment we arrived, Sammy waved at us to join him and Addie. Will you root for me? What about me? I will root for both of you. What a liar. Sammy and I are opponents, you know. Demons versus angels. Demons will win anyway. Could you at least stop bragging about it? What about the unclaimed? Do they participate? No, they aren't allowed to play. Why? They invented the flying tournament long before mortals were invited to join the Angels and Demons Academy. The unclaimed were considered unworthy of participating in the game of the gods. Then it became a tradition. All the same, people cannot compete with birthright angels and demons. A silhouette separated from the crowd and flew high into the sky so that everyone present could see him. So, dear brothers, I declare the flying tournament open. The crowd hummed and whistled. A troop of the demons and angels whirled in the air, performing pirouettes, then returned to their places. Let me remind you of the rules. No arms or legs. Your goal is to make your opponent descend or fall to the ground using the mere force of your wings. Damn. By tradition, it's angels against demons. Damn, by the pure force of the wings. The coach wanted to continue his enthusiastic speech, but an assistant flew up to him and whispered something in his ear. Can I have your attention? My dears, we have this major situation. I cannot with the stumbling. Here we go again. Every time he gets nervous, he begins to stutter. What kind of force majeure happened now? Someone savagely attacked one of our players. Damn. Demon's wing was broken. You deserve it. This is revenge for attacking me. Damn. And for grinders. Or maybe you're trying to frame us. As one of the angels, obviously. No wonder. They always lose. It made them completely desperate. Damn. Eddie, what are you saying? Yeah, poor Sammy. He's an angel too. Are you saying I'm wrong? The tension kept increasing. Eddie and Mimi got wound up like everyone else and took it out on Sammy. Why? The poor child. It's not his fault that right now. You see, this drama. Why? Why are they creating so much drama? If you truly care about one another, you have to respect one another. He can't do anything that things turn out this way. You two are demons, but he's an angel. If you can't let your frustration out on him just because he's an angel. It was as if they were accusing him too. Path of the angel, period. Demons are too hot-tempered. I'm sure angels have nothing to do with it. Thanks, Simona. I'm sick and tired of angels being treated as saints. Oh! Behind us, angels began to argue with demons, and this turned into an uncontrolled aggression. After a few moments, the crowd began to resemble a swarming hive. The angry crowd was growing bigger. Someone fell on me and knocked me to the ground. Damn! To avoid being beaten and trampled on, you had to pick a side, defending yourself. I bumped into one of the angels. He wanted to push me aside, but I raised my hands. No, I'm on your side. I held out my hand. Simona. For a few seconds he looked at it in bewilderment, then shook it. Asta. And immediately disappeared into the fighting crowd. Damn! Why the dramatics? Before I had time to do anything, I felt a hard blow to the head. Damn! I fell to my knees on the verge of losing consciousness. Sammy ran up to me and helped me up. Damn, demon. Ooh! How are you? Okay-ish, I guess, but this is terrible. Why are you so aggressive? Because the world is cruel, even in heaven. Sammy is such a pure soul. A siren blared, making everyone freeze and cover their ears. What's that? I tried to shout it out, but my voice was swallowed by the screech. Angel Fenzio stepped into the arena. Stop the fighting. Shame. What kind of petty behavior is this, Angel Fenzio? You represent a superior race, but you behave worse than the rats in the sewers. Damn! I should punish you and cancel the tournament. The coach ran up to him and whispered something with concern. Yes, I know. Spare me the rest. Damn. If this happens again, you have no one but yourselves to blame. Woo! Angel Fenzio adjusted his cloak and self-importantly stepped aside, leaving the frightened coach in the spotlight. Damn. Asshole. Damn, Eddie. Same though. I think the Demons team needs a replacement. Everyone began to exchange glances, but no one dared to volunteer. It'd be fun to participate even if I leave the game early on. That would be a good chance to prove to Gerald and Fenzio the arrogant that I'm worth something. But do I dare to do this? Yes, I dare to do this. I took a few steps forward. Where are you going? I'm gonna be an icon. Then a few more, attracting the attention of everyone on the tribune. I came up to the coach. I could replace one of the demons. Everyone fell silent. Lucifer was the only one to laugh. What are you trying to say, Lucy? A surprising grimace froze on Andy's and Mimi's face. Dino watched intensely but very carefully. Uh-huh. You, an unclaimed? This is ridiculous. The unclaimed have never participated in flying tournament. No, this is unheard of. Someone's approaching. Footsteps disrupted the dead silence. Lucifer came up to us. Okay, Lucy. As the leader of the demons team, I accept. Is that so, Lucy? What? Dino shook to the core. But we'll win anyway, even with an outsider like her. Excuse you. Period. The coach looked back at Angel Fenzio, but he didn't react. Good, so get in position. Lucifer bent over me a little and whispered so only I would hear it. I never saw anyone wanting to make a fool of themselves with such zeal. Ah! We'll see about that. Demons stood on one side, angels on the other. I cannot with Lucifer. The coach waved the black and white flag. Everyone flew up. I hesitated and was left alone in the arena. Go off! Period! Well, fly. The coach waved his hands a little hysterically. I can't. Sorry. A few flaps and I caught up with the rest. Only a few seconds have passed, but the battle was already fierce. The sounds of clashing wings were heard all around. Each time someone fell down, thereby leaving the game, the tribunes applauded or sighed in frustration. Everything began spinning before my eyes. It was a miracle that I managed to stay afloat and restore balance. So here we met again. He flapped his wings threateningly, getting ready for the attack. Wait. Nope. In one flap of his wings, Asta got in front of me. He turned a little to the left, getting ready to hit me with the right wing. Dodge left. I dodged to the left. His wing cut through the air. Huh? Not bad, but it's not enough. I flew as far as possible away from him, but the coach whistled. This is a combat, not a game of tag. Back to your position. Damn it. I flew back to him. Let's start. Try. I knew it. Yeah, and now he's gonna hit us because we have that fucking vision. What's that? I was blinded. That fucking goblet. Bam. I didn't even notice Asta appeared in front of me. The heavy blow made me fall immediately. I came to my senses somewhere about 30 feet above the ground and started to flap my wings as hard as I could. The landing turned out to be smooth, almost elegant. There was a wave of applause. The coach held out his hand to me. You are not the first of all. This is a small victory. He turned me to the tribune. The very first unclaimed to take part in the flying tournament. Another wave of applause again. He will be remembered as the first unclaimed to take part in the flying tournament. As soon as I returned to the tribune, Mimi hugged me, panting with delight. You go, girl. You were great. Come on. All of a sudden, the crowd began to roar. Look. Okay. Come on, Lucifer. Come on, Dino. The combat became more violent. Now there were several demons per angel. Every couple of minutes, someone fell from the sky. Soon, Eddie and Sammy were out the game. And another 10 minutes, only Dino and Lucifer were left up in the air. Of course, it's always like this. This is becoming predictable, period. It's always the two of them left. As far as I'm concerned, one can watch the fight between the Dino and Lucy endlessly, period. There's something incredibly sexy about it, Mimi. You know me. You feel me. They froze, facing each other. The coach whistled and they rushed forward like wild animals releasing from their cages. Only now did I realize how trained and powerful their wings were. They made weapons out of them. Their wings cut through the air with such force that each flap sounded like a well-sharpened saber. Lucifer delivered 2 blows, one after another. Even from afar, I noticed how the angel's shoulders trembled from overstraining. Simona, who are you rooting for? He kept looking intently into my face, asking, Is Andy jealous? I'm just looking. Nah, I'm rooting for DINO. He pursed his lips and nodded slowly. I see. Andy looked sadly towards the sky, where DINO's silhouette flickered. Andy remembered your answer. Okay. Someone shouted again, Look! And everyone abruptly rose from their seats, excitedly, almost hysterically, trying to discern what was happening there. DINO managed to get behind Lucifer for a split second, but that was enough to grab him by the wings and pull him down. Lucifer lost his balance and tumbled out upside down like a stone. Huh? Lucifer didn't even try to stop the fall. Once he hit the ground, a thick veil of dust rose and hid his body for a while from the hundreds of eyes fixed on him. But the dust settled and his silhouette appeared. Lucifer somehow got up, shook himself off as if nothing had happened, but the expression on his face seemed strange to me. It's like he's not here, as if he's thinking of something else. Lucifer lost to DINO for the very first time, but it doesn't seem to bother him. The coach jumped into the arena, stumbled several times, and almost fell. DINO slowly descended, like the angel he is. He couldn't hold back his victorious, somewhat relieved and satisfied smile. DINO and his team of angels win the tournament. There was a flurry of applause from the angels and tepid clap from the demons. Lucifer kept rubbing his eyes all the time and looked around as if he couldn't see clearly. What's with Lucy? Maybe the blow was too strong? Nah. He's seeing visions. I suggest DINO and Lucifer shake hands. The demon automatically held out his hand. That was interesting. Yes. Lucifer recoiled and hastily left the arena. Huh? Yeah, he is stunned too. Then welcome to the banquet. My poor demon, my poor child. It was disturbing to see the split between angels and demons. Very few of them spoke with each other. For some reason, even Addie and Sammy didn't talk. Excuse me? What happened between you, Addie? He looked at Sammy, met his gaze, and they both defiantly turned away. Ugh, men. Sammy protects his peace. I protect my own. Turns out angels cannot be with demons. You'll always fight for opposite sides, and a couple should be on the same side. He was born an angel, and you were born a demon. It's not like you can choose. Eddie sat at the table, and I had to go a little further to join the unclaimed. They sat at the very end, like uninvited guests for whom they scrambled some places at the last moment. I sat next to Andy. Are you hungry? A bit. Let me take care of you. Thank you, Andy, sweetie. Andy took my plate. What would you like? Come on, give me the snake. Thank you. For a while, everyone kept eating. Sports games warm up the appetite quite well. Once again, I looked around the long table and caught DINO's eyes on me. Hello, how's it going? Keep on staring, sure. He'd never hear if I said something, so I articulated the congrats with my lips, whispering, well done. Aww. Unexpectedly for me, DINO pushed back his chair and got up from the table. Come over here. Let's make out in front of everyone. Let me stop. Some girl I just then paid due attention to her touched the angel's arm. I'm sorry, he's mine. Ugh. Not another fangirl. I mean, it was predictable, honestly. Like, if Lucifer had So many fangirls, it was obvious that DINO would be having fangirls too. Where are you going? I'll be right back, Lilu. He touched her on the back, either friendly or intimately, I couldn't tell. All right. Who's she? Period. We're jealous. He's mine. DINO went around the table and came up to me. Hello, how's it going? Due to fairly close relationship, DINO publicly preferred your company. Ooh! Period. Let's make out in front of everyone. Let them all see that you are mine. Manny stared at us, surprised at DINO's gesture. He, in return, ignoring anyone, calmly sat next to me. He said, I don't give a fuck. Like, keep on watching if you want, but she's mine. And he is mine. DINO is mine. You never cease to amaze me, Simona. He is so gorgeous. He is so hot. Ooh. I noticed you like bending the rules. The first unclaimed to participate in the flying tournament. Who dropped out during the first 10 minutes? It doesn't matter. The main thing is that you showed character. DINO was silent, as if he couldn't find the words or didn't dare to speak. He looked into my eyes and smiled, making me blush. DINO was staring at me too, obviously, shamelessly blatant. Okay! He says I'm not even gonna try to hide the feelings you stir up inside of me. Okay, sir. Noticing that I was somewhat confused, he laughed and held out his hand. Huh? I hesitated a little, but held out mine in response. DINO squeezed my hand and then interlocked our fingers. It all happened under the table, so no one could see it. Oh, we're already in a secret relationship. And yet my heart was beating so hard that I couldn't hear anything else. One of the angels I already knew stood up from the table. Let's have a toast for the champions and for our leader. DINO, hooray! All the other angels shouted hooray 3 times in a row. Shout with them. Hooray! I mean, besides the fact that I have to cheer on my boyfriend, you have to be happy for your friend's success. That's how things work around here. Some of the unclaimed supported the toast, while the demons were dead silent. I know, quitting's hard. Aster turned to them with a glass in his hand. Aren't you going to congratulate us? And the next war is gonna start. Ugh. What a pity. The angels, unlike you, are more well-mannered. Ooh! Shut your mouth, angels. She mocked him. Was that enough to satisfy your inner bitch? Asta, I kinda like you. Asti jumped up, clenching her fists so hard they were trembling. You... Addie jumped up as well, trying to calm Asti. You're provoking us. And who started it first? We're tired of enduring your antics. Oh! Poor Sammy! He got himself thrown into this. Lucifer, who was absent until that moment, suddenly spoke. He stood, leaning against the door jamb, but once he started talking, he straightened up and took a step forward. Angels have always been arrogant. Really? You're gonna add fuel to the fire? Don't add fuel to the fire, Lucifer. Period, DINO. Period. Am I wrong? You think you're in charge. Heaven has always belittled hell. Again. You are literally saying the words that the myth say that Malbond says. I cannot. Even the angels and demons academies in the clouds. Where's the justice in that? I'm sorry. I mean, I kind of get Lucifer's point, but where was that school supposed to be? If it isn't supposed to be in heaven, it can't be in hell, or else the demons would belittle angels. Where was that school supposed to be? On earth? So it's in the middle? Demons have to spend almost half of their lives here. They eagerly supported their leader. The angels didn't stay quiet either. We need to teach these pricks a lesson. And what will you do? Will you beat me up again? Ugh. Or maybe you will go for the kill this time. Oh, yeah, the death of the unclaimed. Isn't that your doing? Oh! What are you talking about, freak? Oh! I cannot. Honestly, seeing Lucifer's eyes turn red from a dark black is so fucking hot. I cannot. I'm so sorry. Everyone began to shout at each other without hearing anything. Then food and fists came into action, of course, because we can't talk like civilized people. We have to use hands. Lucifer, as a real devil, stepped aside, watching the circus from the side. I cannot. The screams intently drew the teacher's attention. Of course. Miss Selena froze in the doorway, closing her mouth with her hand. Miss Selena? What a nightmare. Miss Selena! What do you think you're doing? Oh, we're just having a nice conversation. What do you think? Gerald hit on the wall, and a strange vibration ran along the walls. The floor began to tremble, and a couple of glasses shattered. From now on, there are no more holidays or days off. You will blow for the benefit of society and balance. Get to your rooms. Ooh! We didn't decide. I said to your rooms. Everyone obediently went out into the hallway. Nice. Only Lucifer froze, staring blankly at the wall. Do you need a special invitation? Ah! Someone sent me visions. It's because of that I lost the championship. Visions? You must learn to admit defeat, Lucifer. I lost because I was blinded by a vision. Is it Malbonte who sends them to me? Tell me the truth. What nonsense. That's not nonsense. She's actually throwing us under the bus. Oh, I know that I'm not gonna put that in the next replay. Ooh, I'm not gonna tell her about my dream. Simona had an omen dream. What? Did he send you a vision too? Why the hell would he need you? Thank you, Lucifer. You're always so kind to me. Rumors about your connection with Malbonte are growing stronger. Ooh! Do not share your concern. Support the guys. I mean, you cannot keep turning a blind eye to the weird stuff that's happening. Malbonte seems to be toying with us. He wants us to know that he's coming. Rumors about your connection with Malbonte are growing stronger. Yes. Simona, stop it. My words seemed to scare Miss Selena. Lucifer came up to me, grabbed my hand, and shook it, betraying his anxiety. Oh, my poor baby. What did you see? Let me go, you're hurting me. Have you seen a goblet of blood? Yes, honey. Answer me. Lucifer, be gone. He threw my hand away and stepped into the hallway. How are you, dear? I was massaging my wrist, looking at Lucifer leaving. We saw the same thing, a goblet of blood. I mean, I could be mad at him for hurting us, but I mean, it wasn't that he was mad at us because we also saw a vision, but he's filled with anxiety. He's scared. What does it mean? Now that's the question, right? Mimi and I returned to our room. Why did you tell them about my visions? You can't keep silent about this. What if it's really Malbonte? According to the legends, he's a monster. Andy came from around the corner. I bumped into him, lost my balance, and almost fell, but he managed to grab my hand. Huh! Sorry. Why are you walking around? Gerald will be furious if he sees you. To be honest, I was looking for you. He looked at me. I wanted to invite you for a walk. I used to go for walks with Laura before going to bed, and now... He hesitated for a moment, and his voice trembled a little. I don't feel like walking alone. Sure, of course. Oh, I'm out. I don't need trouble. Mimi went further down the hallway and without turning around shouted at the end. Don't stay too late. Where are we going? Maybe to the roof? As you wish. The air was cold and fresh. The sky was clear and there was no one in the yard below either. We were alone. and was looking somewhere in the distance, carried away by his own thoughts, scratching the shingles with his finger. You know, Laura is dead and no one cares. If they had killed an angel or a demon, I'm sure there would have been a bigger commotion. What was your relationship with Laura like? Andy was silent for a while, scratching the tiles more intensely. Then he slowly, almost tiredly exhaled. Your silence has already told me a lot. The unclaimed can't mingle with angels or demons. Laura died. I died. We found support in each other. But it was just sex. Ooh, okay. That would explain why she was so attached to him. Like they had friends with benefits. They were friends with benefits. Did she know about this? She did, but over time she began to forget. Who do you think killed her? I don't know, but something is fishy about it. They tell us that a prisoner escaped, but we shouldn't be afraid of him. Allegedly, there's no need for him to come to the academy. But if it's not Satan's prisoner, that means that one of us killed Laura, and that's even worse. I imagined Laura's killer walking free along the hallway, sleeping with someone in the same room. Perhaps I've greeted him today, talked to him. This thought alone sends shivers down my spine. Why would someone kill her? Laura was a pretty curious girl. Maybe she found out something that she shouldn't know. Andy tried to think harder, then shook his head. No, that's stupid. I don't know. I don't know anything. Should there always be a reason? He looked up at me, distorted by the overwhelming emotions he was trying to restrain. Sorry. Andy bowed his head, closed his eyes, and sighed several times. It's all right. This is also terrible. Yes. Andy turned to me, took my hands, then let go of them, just to hold them again the next minute. I'm sorry I've put this burden on you. I had to share it with someone. Thanks for sharing. I'll be glad if you feel better. Thanks. Andy again got carried away with his own thoughts, but soon spoke slowly as if from afar. We talked about Laura. What about you and DINO? Yes. What are you talking about? I remembered our kiss. My heart pounded in my chest and my palms sweated. Yes. I nervously squealed and Andy noticed it. Your relationship with Andy deteriorated. You rooted for him. I saw you watching the game. He abruptly fell silent and spoke again. It doesn't matter. Drop it. Are you jealous? No, honestly. Sorry to have started this conversation. I had no right to do so. He smiled, cheering me up. Flying cliffs lazily floated in front of the castle. Andy and I silently watched them, then started talking without even noticing it. And this conversation went smoothly, without stopping, moving from one topic to another. The tension disappeared. Andy and I spoke like old friends. That's not true. It is. You were so shamelessly staring at me on the day we met. Andy laughed, took a moment to stop smiling, and his gaze became more languid. He moved a little closer, reached for my lips. Huh? Nope. We're not playing with emotions. We are not playing with emotions. Turn away. I turned my head sharply, looking again at the cliffs. Andy's lips barely touched my cheek, lingered for a second until Andy realized what had happened and pulled away. Sorry. It's fine. Your relationship with Andy deteriorated significantly. I'm not playing with emotions. I hope you're not offended. No, but I got the message. Andy got up, held us his hand. Maybe we should go. He helped me up and we went downstairs. I don't play with feelings. If I don't intend on going further with you, I don't play around with your feelings. I hope we don't get caught by Fenzio. He'll kill us for walking alone at this hour. Over time, he'll get used to his manner of speaking and he won't seem that scary. I froze. Did you hear that? What? I heard a screech, distant and muffled at first, then louder the second time around. Huh? We looked at each other, scared, and rushed towards the sound. Oh no. Oh no. A crowd gathered in the courtyard. I didn't want to come closer. A painful foreboding feathered my whole body. For some reason, I wanted to cry, although I didn't know what had happened here. Suddenly, Eddie screamed from the top of his lungs. "Step aside, out of the way." Huh? He pushed Andy and me, making his way into the front rows of the crowd. "Stop!" I remember. I don't want to relive that moment. Not my baby Sammy dying. Sammy, no. No! Sammy? Let me pass! The angels and demons parted before me, revealing a terrible scene. Sammy was lying on the ground. His eyes were closed as if he was sleeping. White wings were soaked with blood. Eddie knelt before him and sobbed so much that he choked on his own tears every now and then. Sammy, oh my Sammy. A tear rolled down my cheek. Oh no. And the pattern began. That was episode 7 of Heaven's Secret. And I'm heartbroken. Like, I love Sammy with my entire heart and soul. And literally, him dying broke my heart the first time I played it. Like, I was so sad. Like, I literally cried. But, yeah. The episode was great. We finally made some significant progress with DINO. And, yeah, that was it with this episode. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.